Now, this is one of the reasons why I want to share this with you today, because it looks like they've wiped the slate clean and now you have a fresh opportunity to establish yourself fairly on, deliver value to the community, you can actually help them out, and then establish yourself as an expert. Here is a powerful high traffic website that has 11 million users, and it's perfect for digital marketers, for bloggers, and for entrepreneurs. Welcome to ProfitCopilot.com. My name is Mick Meaney, and let me ask you something. Okay, so when you're on social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, does it ever feel like you're speaking into the void? It's like no matter how loudly you shout, nobody can hear you. Nobody knows you exist, and nobody cares about your content, let alone takes the action that you need them to. Well, listen, there's a good reason behind this, because for years now, mainstream social media networks have been decreasing their organic reach. Now, what that means for you is fewer and fewer people will receive your message as time goes by. Because what were once open platforms that gave everybody an equal voice have now become these pay-to-play echo chambers. And really, the only way to succeed and get traction there is to have a sizable ad budget. That means the game is rigged against you, but even with that comes a new opportunity. It's called the rise of alternative social media. You see, these new social media networks have sprung up, and they don't use algorithms to decide what your followers should see. They don't harvest your data, and they don't try to censor your voice. So today, I want to share one of these networks with you, but don't run off and start using it just yet. Stick with me until the end, because really there's a couple of ways to use this for traffic generation that are less than obvious. And also, when you do stay until the end, I will give you a free 4-day traffic course that I use to get over 30,000 website visitors every day. And also, while you're here, hit the subscribe button and click the little notification bell so you don't miss out on any traffic opportunities. So this is the website. It's called bb.com. Don't run off and use it just yet. Stick around, because you really need to watch this to understand how to get the maximum amount of traffic available. So the great thing about this site is it has recently been revamped. There's a brand new version available, and with that comes a brand new opportunity for you. So when you land on the homepage, it's going to ask you to choose your country. So I'm going to assume most of you guys are in the United States. Let's go with the US. So now it will ask you to create an account or log in. And when I log into mine, what we're going to get here immediately is a list of all the posts that people have made, just like Facebook. Now, for best results on here, what I want you to do is go over to your avatar, click on that, go to profile, and now fill in some of the details here. So you can decide if you're actively looking for jobs. So if you want to earn some revenue, you can do that. Or if, like me, you're not interested in working for anybody else, then just leave it as default. So at a minimum, fill in the About Me page. So I'm going to fill in mine now so you can see how it's done. When you're happy with your About Me section, then click Save and you're good to go. Now, the thing is, we have a permalink here to your profile. Let's have a look at my one. Now, this is public, so it's going to take us back to this page. But if we open it up in a new browser window, this is publicly available. So that gives us an opportunity, because if we go back to the edit page, if we go down to social networks, if we click edit, we can now link out to other social media sites that we use. So for example, I use YouTube a lot, so I might want to link out to my YouTube channel like this, and then I'll click save. And now if we refresh the public version, we should see a link to my YouTube channel. Now, what I would really love to see on this section is the ability to add a link to our own websites and to our blogs, because if we have a look at the edit section, while we can add other social media networks, so like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, VK, and GitHub, there's no way for us to add links. I'd love to see the ability to add links to our own websites. I think that would make it more useful for us. So let's go back to the homepage. Now, the most obvious way to drive traffic from this is to post directly to your own timeline. So we have this section here. It's actually called What's Going On. So now you can put in links and content of high value that will benefit the community. That's so important with this platform. But there's a way to do it. So instead of just pasting in a link there, you need to click this icon there. That will allow you to turn this into a hyperlink. If you don't take this step, then you won't get the benefit. So once you paste in your URL here, click the check icon. Now it's an actual link. Another important step, don't just paste a link and then expect people to click on it. Instead, what we need to do is give them a reason. We explain the benefits. So what I might want to do is take the first paragraph or the first couple of sentences from my article and paste it in above the link. So now I'm telling people why they should go visit that website. Now, if I click post, it will very slowly be posted to my timeline. It's running a little bit slow at the moment, but that's okay. And there we have it. So there you can see on my timeline, we have not only a link, but we also have the headline. We have some of the copy pulled in as well. And we have the image, which is going to stand out and help people to click through and drive traffic that way. We also have this really nice share feature. So if you click share, we can now send that out to other social media networks. So that's the first way to use this for traffic gen. We've got a few more ways. So let me show you a couple of those. Let's start with this blogging tab at the top. You're going to get the most recent blog posts from the community, but notice this. This is just from the UK. So there are around 11 million users on this platform. So there's enormous potential for you to capitalize on that, to deliver value to the community and drive traffic to your site. But if we want to switch this, so we're currently under United Kingdom. If we want to just see blog posts from people in the United States, click on that icon there, then click United States, and now it's going to change the results. So maybe for best results, take the time to explore what other people are contributing to the platform, how the community at large is responding to that content. That'll give you a feel for what works. Let's take a look at this piece of content. It seems fairly comprehensive, it adds value to the community, but let me point something out to you, because here we have the number of views. Now at the moment, it's showing 0. This is a known bug that they are working on. So the number of views are going to be inaccurate at the moment. So how do you post blogs here? Well, on the right hand side, we have this, do you want to have your own blog section? Click post an article. It's going to take you to the dashboard. So let me give you a tip when it comes to writing articles, not only for this platform, but any other, because, well, let's take a look at how someone else is using it. If we go to this person's blog post, we'll see that they've contributed a piece of decent content here, and it has links. It's linking out to their website. However, if we go look at their website, here we have the exact same article posted on there. Now, when it comes to duplicate content, there is a misconception. Google doesn't really see things in terms of duplicate content, especially running across multiple websites. What it will do is favor one article over the other. So you don't really get penalized for doing this. However, with that said, I want to make sure that you have the best possible results. So let's say I am going to drive traffic to this piece of content on my website. What I would do is, well, I've got two options. So I can take a portion of this, like this, copy it, then I can paste it in to the editor here, and then I can have a read more link that points to the original. Now, what you need to do here is take the original headline and you need to reword it. So we don't use the exact same keywords, because we don't want to compete with each other. So we don't want both pieces of content to compete with each other. So just for demo purposes, so the headline can now become how transactional, investigative, and informational keywords can transform your business. We then just need to link out to the original. So Google and other websites, other search engines know that your original piece should be credited with the higher ranking. Now, that's one approach, and it's okay, but it's not great. So instead, what we could do is reword a portion of this article. So we can do this manually, or we can take a couple of sentences and we can head over to a tool like Conversion.ai. Listen, there are plenty of AI copywriting tools out there. If you want me to create a separate video that goes into each of them and then give you my recommendations for, well, the most expensive and also some free ones, if you're interested in that, tell me in the comments and I'll go ahead and create that video. For this purpose, for this demo, I'm using Conversion.ai. So I'm in the Content Improver template. I'm just going to paste in a couple of sentences and then I'm going to click Generate AI. And fingers crossed, it's going to come back with something usable. It might take a few attempts, but if we're happy with the output, then we can copy that, go back to the article, and now replace it. So we can start replacing the copy with something more original. And this is going to perform better for you. So let's leave it at that, and let me show you another way to use this for traffic gen. So if I go back to the home page, check this out. This is very powerful in my opinion. So you'll notice that on the left hand side we have some groups. So these are groups that I admin. I actually started a new group yesterday just to test things out, just to see if it was working, if that feature was available. I'm pleased to report that it is. So that means you can use that too. I'll show you how to do that in a second. But we can also use other groups that other people have made. Now to find these groups, click on groups. And right now there are 4 groups. Now this is one of the reasons why I want to share this with you today, because if you have used BB in the past, you'll know that there were an enormous level of groups available. It looks like they've wiped the slate clean, and now you have a fresh opportunity to establish yourself fairly on, build a niche relevant group for these 11 million users and growing, so you can deliver value to the community, you can actually help them out, and then establish yourself as an expert. And if we have a look at the activity on these groups, so if we start with this one, we can see that people are sharing content, they're linking out to other websites, they're using it to drive traffic. Okay, so you can join these relevant groups. Notice again, we're currently in the USA. If you want to target other countries, click that drop down menu and then let's see what's happening in the UK. Not a great deal going on, but we can jump around the world and use different groups. We can post to different groups. Let's go to my homeland of Ireland. Let's see what's going on. Nothing happening there. So that gives us an opportunity. Let's say you're based in Ireland or wherever and your niche is not represented, then you can go ahead, click create group, give it a name, something that people will be searching for. Take the time to give it a good description. And I recommend for best results, uploading a group photo and a background photo too. But no matter which avenue you choose, be it social media, be it alternative social media, you're going to have to be consistent with your marketing, because when you are consistent, you can achieve amazing results. Like Matt, he's made over $2 million thanks to my training. So if you are serious about growing a profitable internet business, then you need more web traffic. So I've got 2 options for you. The first one is a free 4-day course that will show you how I got over 30,000 website visitors every day for free. And then the second one is a tutorial on how to use WhatsApp for traffic gen. Both of these will serve you well. Thanks for watching and take care.